Okay, mind-blowing, check. Domestically glamorous, check. Seldom experienced, yet often remembered, check. Fills an emotional void, check. Under $99, almost, check. Hello. So I woke up early today, I have stuff going, but I wanted to make a video because something is burning inside me, and that is not a disease. It is my thoughts and my dreams and maybe just a tiny bit of ideation. The thing that I am focusing on, maybe fixating on, is that my eye itches. I like spring, and spring is here. Some might say it has sprung, and I made a list of all of my houseplant fantasies, aka the houseplants that I want to acquire. There's a lot here. We're unpacking. I have a God-shaped hole to fill with retail, which is never a good idea. I'm Willie, by the way, and on to this plant list. I hope that you're doing really, really good. This week is kind of going in a flash. Also, I want to take my glasses off, but I kind of look like Velma when she loses them in every mystery. So jinkies, and these might come on and off because my autofocus is sucking. Yeah, let's start talking about plants because I'm feeling more and more awkward by the minute. So I had to quell and make some boundaries because, you know, like the vast openness of creativity can also be kind of like stymie the process to create anything. So the parameters were like under $100, something that I think has a chance of surviving in my house, and also a mixture of new discoveries with past haunts that I never got. So the Paradise Lost. So up first on my list, and I did see one of these out and about, and I'll try and insert some footage if I have it. It's the variegated burl marks. And I like these. I know that they can be kind of a little bit finicky with keeping the variegation going. It's kind of like a mini biliatai that's a little more, it's got that big canopy. It looks substantial. It's nice and lush. It wouldn't be me if I didn't have a version of something I liked, but I wanted it to change. So that's kind of where we are with this. It's the perfect foil to everything I don't like about the plant that I say I love. So we're gonna process that after session. I've seen these out and about for a big pot for under $60 now, which is wild because like one leaf last year was $40 or $50. So I hope that continues. Maybe I'll pick one up soon. Maybe I won't. We'll see. What do you think of that plant? Have you had good luck with it? I remember someone told me that the variegation is very hard to keep going, and I've heard that in multiple places. So gotta front load with that bitter reality because we're at the top, so it's only gonna go down from here. The El Chaco Red Philodendron, and this is highly motivated by the fact that Leaf Joy at Home Depot, the Proven Winners brand, it has one of these out for $20. I wanted one before. I think everybody wanted one before. It kind of just looks like a gloriosum. Let's hope it's not a pest magnet. I want it. It's cute. And for only $20, it's kind of a no-brainer. Let's do it. Let's get this. Let's find it. Let's hit some Home Depots parasocially together this weekend and report back if we find it. $20. This week's been interesting because I'm trying to cut out caffeine, and I am going a mile a minute here, but it's way better because this medication that I'm on, they told me I couldn't drink caffeine. And then I just kept drinking it anyway because I'm an idiot, and I was getting really, really agitated all the time. And now I'm less agitated, but inevitably some sort of expensive, semi-useless drink like a mushroom coffee is in my future. I like them. For the record, they taste amazing. I don't need another thing that I package as self-care that's actually an addiction to an expensive product, but I'm handling it as I go. Aspirations. Let's see. The next one on here is so freaking good. It's what I want. I want it all the time. I've only ever seen it in person one time, and it was on a shelf that was like sold. It said sold. So I couldn't get it, and I couldn't buy it. But that plant would be the Mutant Manjula Pothos. I love the Manjula Pothos. The shining star of my plant collection is the Manjula Pothos in my entryway that I grew from like the tiniest little pot that I got at Home Depot. It seems to do well in this house. The Mutant variety, it's a flex. It's uglier, but then it's cuter. It's everything I want. Also, supposedly the care requirements are not that much different. And, if you want them to stay crinkly, always stay crinkly. You kind of just restrict the light, which I have no problem with because plants indoors, they never get enough light. They're creeping towards death. It's a vibe. So The Mutant Manjula would be perfect in this house. It'd be the best thing ever. I had my phone, I have my phone with the list on it, and I was dictating that entire thing. And let me tell you, it's a lot of words. I'm talking fast today. Probably gonna stop at a couple of Home Depots. Maybe I'll find some of these beauties. The one thing I have to get at Home Depot is Roundup. So it's like death and life in one thing. A sacrament, let's say. Very religious. I got weeds, and they're not pretty. If you haven't noticed, the world is literally a dumpster fire, and no one should have kids because it's getting that much worse every day. So I'm using Roundup. My next thing that I want is a Snow Queen Pothos, and I'm gonna do a show and tell with you because I feel trust between us.
And this is vulnerable.
That's what's left. That's what's left of my Snow Queen Pothos. About half. And it's holding on, which is great, but there's this big bald spot that I have to fill. Cuttings are doing good, so probably can rehab this one back to its former glory. That's what I'm hoping. I discovered one thing this year. I've discovered a lot of things this year. But one thing I'm very excited about is this fact that, like, if I've had it once and it failed, I'm less likely to really crave it. And then I think about this, and that's not true because I just bought my Philodendron Lynette last week, which was on the top of my wish list this year. I'm a show and tell queen. Philodendron Campii Lynette wish list plant. You see, serenity in a plant, and I need that. Strap-like leaves, no pests. Still keeping it on quarantine, following my own advice, Alice style. Well, maybe not Alice style because I don't know if she followed her own advice, but I'm following my own advice now. It's like a gauntlet. We got to get through them because I got 15 minutes and my mom and I are going to go shopping at Ross Dress for Less. Hope to find Paris Hilton tracksuits because they're no longer available on Paris Hilton's website. And regionally, maybe I'll find nothing, but
there's a glimmer of hope here.
Center, Willie. Neon Queen Pothos. Really want this. Didn't buy it last year. Saw a really good example of it at Greenscapes Gardens. Regretted it. Been kicking myself in the butt. Can I kick up into the spring? Yes, I did it. I want to say that this video is completely, like, doesn't have a script or any bullet points as I am, like, replaying what I said in my head. I really don't think we have to worry about anyone being like, oh my God, what a great script and a researched video. A lot of these plants were on my wish list until I recently acquired them. Philodendron Golden Crocodile. Okay, we did that. Okay, yep, Snow Queen, Neon Queen. Up next, Hoya Carrii. I want this, and the reason I want this is I almost purchased those little zombie leaf Hoya hearts in the pots multiple times in the last few weeks. Almost again yesterday, I saw one, $20, almost bought it. But then I think to myself, well, just get a Hoya Carrii. So I'm gonna watch for that. I don't know, I've heard that they're out and about. The ones around here that I've seen have been pretty expensive, but now I think I'm ready for the commitment. And my Hoyas keep dying like flies. You know, we lost the Hoya compacta, we lost the tricolor Hoya, and we lost the variegated Hoya compacta. I'm gonna add one back in. It might be the Carrii. And for once, I don't think it's gonna be the variegated one because I don't like it as much. I'd love to know your opinion on that. Like, isn't it so weird when a leaf is shiny versus matte and like what you want to see? I think variegation and like the tonal shift looks so nice when it's really, really shiny. I think I talked about this in my video last year for my wish list plants. And this year it's still on the horizon. And that is the Syngonium Godzilla. These are so cute. They're so weird. I think they're getting more and more common. I keep seeing a whole bunch of posts of places that are selling them. When I was gonna go to Chicago a few weeks back, places had them. Seattle, they had them. People have them. I don't have them. I want one. Do you have one? I've heard they're decently easy to grow. I really like Syngoniums a lot. This one is no exception to that, I guess, but this is my Syngonium Starlight that is back from death. It has a lot of leaves that are pretty terrible right now.
Let me tell you why.
This is edutainment. I bought this and I would guess that it was a tissue culture plant because it was in a plug and all the little plantlets were pushed together. It looked really pretty. It was like a little mound, but it was strangulating itself. So I had to pull it apart and repot it. And now I would say the future is bright for this, but it's going to need a little bit of rehabbing. And this does kind of have that same crinkly, let's just say it wears damage well. That's been said about me before. So yeah, that's good. I'd highly recommend. This was out and about at Home Depot's for $5.98. Haven't seen them again, which, you know, nothing just Gives me the feelings like a good bargain that you don't see again. So good. I can't buy this again. I really can't, but I want to. And there's elements of this channel that are about delusion and mental illness and like all of the things, all of the feelings that are pretty problematic. And I think this might be part of that. I think there is fixation here. And I think that I want this, but it's never going to work. And that is the Alocasia Frydek. I got corms. That sounds like something bad on my feet, but they're not. They're the little starting points to make alocasias. And let me show you my corms, because now I am a corm person. In my estimation, I reserve the right to change my feelings, but I don't think they're going anywhere good. So I'm going to show you. They are sprouting. I've had them in water to get the outside. They're like little onions. Get the outside softer. And today I'm going to put them in sterile perlite. You're going to wish that I wouldn't be incessantly telling you about them, and maybe they will just perish and then we won't have to talk about it again, and it'll like, we'll shove it under the rug and think about it in like a year. Or maybe they'll end up being really good, and then I will try and give them to you even though you don't want them. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, stop. Stop. Will it focus? There we go. So this was in water, and this is a bulb that has now resprouted with really crappy roots, actually. Are these even good? Yeah, they're still viable. But this was what was left of my variegated Alocasia Frydek that I bought myself as a victory lap after something that was like an achievement. Then it died, and that's fun because it was about an achievement at succeeding. It's no longer variegated. It was a lot more expensive than a regular one, and now that it's not variegated, I'm not that happy about it. Nor does it look that healthy, and it's telling me, so fuck my drag, right? Well, maybe. I do kind of love it though. It's dysfunctional. I hope life treats you kind and you get one and it grows really big. But it did feel slightly better because I was at the botanical gardens yesterday. The Alocasia Frydek they had there didn't even look that good. Like, it kind of looked like it was struggling. So that's hope. I think that's hope, because mine are always struggling. And if it can't make it in the Climatron, then you know what? I'm going to keep going. You know, I'm going to make them work here. This is going to be exciting. This next plant needs like an asterisk though, because I think it's more than $100, but it's like a real statement plant, so I put it in anyway, and it's technically a tree, but I want a black olive tree. I haven't really seen them around, so I want like a big, beautiful tree aesthetic that I want for an indoor tree. Hit some nurseries. We didn't see anything, but hope springs eternal. Maybe next week. Have you ever had an olive tree? Have you ever had an indoor tree that worked? Fiddle leaf fig is a tree, which I forget all the time. And now we're on to the creme de la of the entire list. And I talk about it all the time. It is my most exciting plant that I want in my head. So I have my Anthurium Michelle that is back from the dead. We are spider mite free. So happy about that. New leaf coming out there, which is also something I'm very excited about. I'm saying that to preface that I really think I'm good at anthuriums now. And the blowback from that, when it turns out not to be true, might be a lot, but we're riding with that positivity. It's like a unicorn. You got to take care of it. I want an Anthurium Michelle, the dock block Anthurium Michelle. There's a chance that I might get one this week. There is going to be this event at a Home Depot around here, and it's going to be for like a couple hours, and they're going to be selling the dock block proven winners Anthurium Michelles for $99. So it does get into my $100 price range, and I want it so bad. Only time will tell if I'll get one of these beautiful plants. They make me so excited. They're so beautiful. I love the like dark maroon color, the veining, just like the whole thing. And go big or go home. I'm going to get this Anthurium, and that'll probably be it, because then I'll have two. So we'll see. If I don't get one, it'll be fine. There'll be another chance. I'm telling myself that so I don't get terribly disappointed, like a child that didn't get the present they wanted. Yeah, because it's not fair. Here's some honorable mentions to wet the whistle. The skeleton key pothos. I saw one in a nursery a few months ago, but it was the juvenile form. It didn't look like anything. And then I happened to stumble across one when it was in its full adult form. It's really beautiful. It's really weird. Hoya Crimson Queen. That can be really bright pink. It's bringing me back to Pink Princess vibes. I love pink. Pink is my favorite color, but pink plants and I flying a little too close to the sun. So today I want to talk about the pink princess philodendron. I feel like the experience of owning this plant is a lot like happiness. It's seldom experienced and often remembered. I don't know. But I would pick up one of these, the Philodendron Strawberry Shake. I saw a beautiful example of one of those yesterday that was like yay high. Anyways, that was a mouthful. That's all I got. I am running hot. Wish list, plant list for spring 2025. My daffodils are blooming. The sky is still blue and we're all still here. Take care of yourself. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you very, very soon. Okay. Bye. Awkwardly stepping away.